And hello, everyone. My name is Jonathan Reeves, and I'm your instructor for Audio Production 2. This is the online 7-week course of Audio Production 2. And so, really excited to have you here. And I want to go ahead and take you through the basics of the course and just kind of tell you what you can look for and how to access different parts of your courses, since this is the overview. Well, this is the landing page that you'll see when you go onto your course. Let me go ahead and show you a little bit. Your Start Here page, that's what we're on right now. You want to go and start here first. And when you do, you have a look at some of the very basics of things that'll be taking place. You have the course description, and of course, it's production and post production of live and recorded audio for radio, television, film, video, and online delivery. Single and multi track audio editing, sound effects, and sound reinforcement are covered in this. And after this course, you'll be able to demonstrate knowledge of the complex terms and concepts in audio production, demonstrate proficiency in the usage of multi-track editing in audio production, and also produce and curate 5 audio pieces for your portfolio through this. So in order to get ready for the course, of course, you need to review the information under the Getting Started page, download and read the course syllabus. In fact, I would have a copy of that course syllabus with you wherever you go. Gather the required materials for your course, sign up for a SoundCloud account, because the SoundCloud account is where you're going to be posting all of your audio projects. And then, of course, the acknowledge plagiarism statement, which is required to be able to access those different parts of the course. So, I do want to tell you about that. And also, just a reminder about a statement from the American Disabilities Act that any student in the course who has a disability that may prevent him or her from fully participating in the course should contact Disability Services as soon as possible so we can make necessary accommodations to facilitate the educational opportunity. And of course, the material used in this course are subject to copyright laws. For those materials which neither I nor Arkansas State University owns the copyright, I've either obtained a license for use or I'm using materials in a manner that I reasonably believe is in compliance with the fair use exception to copyright laws. So just want to keep you in mind with that. So when you take a look at the overview page, this is the Start Here page. It's your landing page. You kind of go down. Here's some of information about me and about who I am. So you can look at that. That's my contact information. My phone number, 972-2807. My office is in 148G near the KASU studios. And that's my email address, jreeves@astate.edu. And also, if you want to get a hold of me, you can do so by appointment. Also, every Friday from 1 to 1:30, I will have live virtual office hours. So the live virtual office hours will be there every Friday from 1 to 1:30. If you need longer, you can email me for an individual appointment for that. So just want to let you know about that. Down here at the end is a list of assignments for this summer, as we're going to be doing, or the semester rather, as we're going to be doing several of these assignments. I encourage you, because we only have 7 weeks, to start early and continue going through just as much as you can on the early side, okay? Make sure that you keep stuff on time. Do not turn stuff in late. The first thing is a 60-second radio commercial that we're going to do, and that will be the script for that is down here, and of course you'll have the script available as well there in the week that is due. I'll show you that here in just one second. But this project is due on Sunday, October 27th, and of course that is the information. That's the actual script that you'll be reading. And when you see these little lines here, these little hashtags that look like hash signs, that's when that particular copy is complete. Then you'll do a 60-second radio concert promo. I know a lot of you have heard concert promos, and there's actually a link right here as to how your spot should sound like. And so basically, you're going to take about 4 or 5 different clips and cuts of different songs from your favorite artist, and you're going to put together a 60-second radio commercial that promotes a concert coming to First National Bank Arena here on the campus of Arkansas State University. You can pick your favorite artist. You must use some cuts from 4 or 5 different songs. They can be popular songs, whatever. You need to incorporate the script that's below. And then also you can listen to this link as an example of what that could sound like. Please make sure the music you choose is not vulgar or profane because we are going to be following FCC rules and regulations. Please double check that. In fact, when you click on this link, it goes right to the FCC's uh, page. It talks about obscene, indecent, and profane broadcasts. We don't want to have any kind of obscenity. I want you to start thinking about, making sure that everything is as family friendly as possible. Because we don't want any of that. But there's more information on this particular page, and you can have that hyperlink there to be able to give you information on that. So that's the FCC rules and regulations. Got to be exactly 60 seconds. Here's a look at your script. Now, notice that when you have these pieces in parentheses, those are instructions for you. You're not actually going to be reading that. That's just actually going to be the instructions as to what you need to do. And then, of course, this is the part here that you would actually speak in that regard. So that is what we're going to do for that particular piece that's due on November the 3rd. 2-minute feature on Arkansas State University School of Media and Journalism. You'll need to write and produce a 2-minute feature in this. This will be good to get some natural sound. It'd be good for you to be able to get some interviews. Now, I know that this is an online course, so if some of you would have a real possibility or have a real trouble, rather, getting to Arkansas State University to do anything in person, you can still do stuff over the phone if you need to, but it's a lot better if you could do this uh, in person for the best sound quality. So if you have any problems in that, let me know. But you'll be looking at the different departments here. You can choose one of those. And that's due on November the 10th. Your music recording and editing exercise. There are lots of opportunities on campus for you to be able to go to the Fine Arts Center Recital Hall, record music programs on campus. Also, if you are online and you're not anywhere in Arkansas, you can go to a neighboring university that might have a music event and record a concert there. But just make sure that you are able to get that information to me in plenty of time, and then of course tell me where, which artist was and where you recorded that from, because that'll help. Because what you're doing is you're going to put a 30-minute radio show together for a KASU show that's called Audio Explorations. So you record the entire concert. You can edit everything down to about 28 minutes by way of your actual concert. And then the first minute or so is maybe your introduction to the program. The last minute will be kind of your end to the audio exploration show in that regard. So music beds are a big thing. You can go to the YouTube audio library. Once again, the YouTube audio library would really help you to be able to find some things by way of some music that you could use here. So that's due on Sunday, November the 24th. The last week of class will end on a Thursday on December the 5th or the 6th. That's going to be coming up. It's actually on December the 6th, on that Friday, December the 6th. Though we have our last project, which is due on Thursday, December the 5th. And this is a long form audio project. It's a 20 to 25-minute long form audio feature that is basically a podcast. And this is, once again, one of those podcasts where you have to think about what it is that you want to talk about, and who do you want to talk to be able to get this done, and what is it that you want to do by way of a feature. And I'm going to leave this basically up to you as to what it is that what's in your interest areas that you could do to be able to help make a compelling podcast in that regard. So got to use at least 3 different people recorded in the studio or in the field Also, natural sound is huge. And you'll also need to use some royalty-free music, like from the YouTube audio library. That would be really, really good. And then, of course, you're going to be using at least 3 different tracks in the multi-track component of Audio Edition to make sure that you have everything that you need there. So please keep that in mind as well. If you want to use sound effects or other things, you can do that as well. And I'll also be grading you. You'll have rubrics available that will allow you to be able to see how specifically I'll be grading you on your various projects. And so I want to let you know about that. This particular project, I went ahead and kind of put down for you what it is that I'm going to be looking for when I do this, because this is going to be 200 points total here on this. So I want to let you know everything through the class is going to be turned in on Sunday nights, except for on this final week, which will be on Thursday, December the 5th, because on Friday, December the 6th, we're going to have the online exam. So let me show you about the test schedule. Once again, this is all under the Get Started page. So exam 1 will be available on Friday, October the 18th. We'll close on Sunday, October the 20th. Exam 2 will be on Friday, November the 15th. Close on Sunday, November the 17th. And then due to the final exam schedule, we'll take our final on Friday, December the 6th. So just want to let you know about that. Can't take it early. Has to be on the 6th. It'll be open all day on the 6th. So want to let you know what's going on there. So that's the landing page. That's the Start Here page. And so if there are any announcements in the course, you'll see announcements here under the announcement tab. We'll have new tests that will be available. You'll get information on that. This one is basically saying that there's going to be a final exam coming up here on December the 6th. You don't have to worry about that as of now, but I would periodically check your announcements for sure. Orientation, basically, the orientation tells you about our degree programs here at Arkansas State University in the communication. And basically, this tells you about the different program goals that we have, about thinking critically, communicating effectively, and also being professional as well. Then there's your general orientation. You can learn about navigating through the course. When you go through this, of course, there's also some orientation goals as well that's going to be taking place when you take a look at the orientation goals. What is a web-assisted course? You can do a technology check. You can use Blackboard learning tools and other things. So those are going to be some of the things that will be in this general orientation guide by way of having that there. Your syllabus and your schedule. Click on that. I would download a copy of the syllabus. The latest of the syllabus basically shows everything that you'll need. And of course, there's an overview video and everything that you'll need there by way of what's in the syllabus. Your syllabus contract, you must answer yes to this question. Basically, this says that you have looked at the syllabus and you agree to it. Okay, you must fill that out. Also, for your academic calendar year information, that's important as well. And there's your Q&A, grading timeline, and feedback, and more information on that as well. Here at the very top is a course description, your objectives for this. Also, you'll have your modern radio and audio production book here, programming and performance. Then your course requirements, what the prerequisites are, what your technology requirements are, what your technical skills requirements would be. All that is under the syllabus and schedule. Of course, you have your plagiarism acknowledgement statement, which is required, basically saying yes. That indicates you've read and understood what plagiarism is and you agree to abide by those particular items. So just want to let you know about that. Now, also, you'll be able to find your grades here under the course tools. You'll be able to find my grades, and you'll be able to take a look at the very latest in grades and what's going on there. Your course materials. Some people would put this under what's called modules. I use course materials. You have 7 weeks to the class. Week 1, when you click on week 1, you'll find your learning goals and objectives. You will also have an overview video for that week. You have a course orientation video here for week 1 you should take a look at. Your contact and discussion board overview, that would be if you want to use the discussion board to be able to, there will be a couple things that you'll have to answer in the discussion board, but there's also opportunities for you to be able to have like a student lounge and some other areas for you to be able to kind of take a look at what's available there and how it can help you. And then, of course, we'll have a reading assignment. And this week here, we'll give you a couple of chapters. Now, say that these chapters are not necessarily long. So, they're not complex chapters and they're not long chapters, especially in the latter parts of the book. There is a lot of information, though, that you need to know in that regard because you're going to be taking detailed notes and define all the vocabulary words and the key concepts because you'll see these things again when it comes to exam time. We'll have exam 1, exam 2, and the final exam. In fact, exam 1 will be due at the end of the first week. Microphones and pickup patterns. This is interesting information that you'll need here. If you see any of these different links, go ahead and click on those particular links because they're going to give you some information on how to be able to do that. So you have here different types of microphones, like your liquid microphones. Here you'll need to understand what they are and what their purpose is and how they help. There's carbon microphones and many others, and you'll need to know this information here. And also, excuse me, you'll have under this particular assignment as well what the different pickup patterns are. We're going to be talking about the different kinds of pickup patterns a lot. So because it's important for you to be able to know about the directional, multidirectional, omnidirectional, bidirectional, all of those polar patterns that are available. And this is really a good way to be able to talk about the directionality of different microphones and the polar patterns. So make sure that you kind of look through that as well as you go through this. And then, of course, we'll go back to our shell here. Oh, let me go back here to this. Well, let me sign in real fast. Okay, so as we go back here to the shell, okay. Once again, course materials week 1. You have your learning goals and objectives, your overview video that you'll have, your reading assignments. There's an audio editing example here for you. Also, one thing we'll have is we'll have the LinkedIn or the Lynda Learning Path, LinkedIn Learning Path for Adobe Edition. You'll have several of these that you'll need to go through and do that. So, as you're going through different parts of the course, you'll be able to do a screenshot of the things that you've completed and then send that over to me as part of your grade. So definitely you'll be assigned to that. And then, of course, if there's an exam coming up like there is at the end of week 1, you'll have that clearly noted, audio production exam 1, 7-week term here. So week 2 will be basically the same. You'll have assignments due every week. You'll have a look at your goals and your objectives, your video, overview video, your writing assignments or your reading assignments rather, your Lynda Learning or your LinkedIn Learning Path, and also here, your 60-second radio spot will be due. And this is the link that you'll turn that in. Now, you'll actually turn in the audio version of what you did to SoundCloud while you're turning in your written version here through Blackboard. So hope that makes sense there. And basically, the rest of the weeks are going to be that way. That's how it's going to be when we talk about that. Final exam will be coming up on the 6th. And of course, you go onto that particular page, you'll have that. The exams take about 2 hours. I mean, I don't think you're going to need all of that time by any stretch of the imagination. You can use your book. You can use your notes. You can do whatever it is that you need to do but you can use those materials when you're taking your exam. So do want to let you know about that. And then, of course, also back here as well is information about the Masters of Science and Media Management and some other programs as well. There's program information, campus resources, and writing style guides as well. So that's kind of an overview of some of the things that we're going to be doing here in this class. If you have questions, once again, everything is good when you start here. If you have any more general questions, please let me know. I'm available. As I said, we're going to have live virtual office hours every Friday afternoon from 1 to 1:30. And then if you need longer time, you can always set up an appointment with me and we'll be happy to help with whatever it is that you need. So have a great day. And if you have any questions, contact me. Once again, jreeves@astate.edu. You can swing by or you can give me a call at 972-2807. And thanks. Have a great day.